afternoon, everybody, on this Black Friday, November 28th, 2024. My name is Kevin Smith. Thank you all so much for tuning in to Loud Majority Live. Like many of you, I'm moving quite slowly on this day after Thanksgiving, so that's just going to be something we're going to have to deal with all day. That's just something we're going to have to deal with all day long. I hope everybody had a phenomenal Thanksgiving with their friends and their families, and I hope some of you got the chance to piss off some of your liberal friends. I really hope that is something that all of you got to do. Let's pop this live chat up. Oh, where the hell's my live chat? Where the hell did it go? Boom, there we go. There's everybody. Let's say hello to everybody in the chat. Bansky, what's happening? OFP Farms, how are you? I'm gonna be doing a lot of live chatting today. We're doing a lot of live chatting as Kevin is moving slowly. My cousin AJ's in the chat. What's going on? Jeanette, how are you? Marissa, how are you? As always. So over the last couple of days, we've gotten some. I have no liberal friends, says many people in the live chat. Yeah. Also, big shout out to the New York Giants for continuing to lose. Therefore, we can get the number one pick in the draft. So I'm very happy the Giants keep losing. Please keep doing so. ZBM doesn't have any liberal friends since he moved to Idaho. Yeah, that's one of the advantages of living in Idaho. There's not too many crazy-ass liberals there. But today we're going to be going over some crazy-ass liberals, believe you me. Obviously, the first one we are going to start off with is, of course, the resident race hustler over on MSNBC, Joy Reid. We're going to have some fun today. We're really going to laugh at stupid people. We're going to have a little bit of fun on the show today. Before we get started with that, guys, hit that thumbs up button. Share this video out all over the place. Everybody is jumping in. We're going to start the show off with Joy Reid being one of the worst people in America. She went on a ridiculous rant the other day before Thanksgiving about putting up with your Republican friends and family, and it was just funny. It was just, look, I guess I understand why Joy Reid is so upset. Sabrina, what's happening? I guess I understand why Joy Reid is so upset. You know, if I was about to lose my job, I would just put it out I would put it all out on the line as well. But here's Joy Reid. It's almost like somebody bet her she couldn't fit every racist trope into a 4-minute rant, and she was like, "Hold my beer."
So apparently, the people who voted for the "I will protect women whether they like it or not," "childless women should have no rights," "Puerto Rico is trash island," and "Haitians will eat your pets" gang are the real victims, despite their guy winning the election. In fact, they are now the modern-day equivalent of Rosa Parks, we're told by a white comedian. Civil rights heroes, the lot of them. And the rest of us, among the 73 million Americans who voted not to have fascism, autocracy, mass deportation, internment camps, and economy-crushing tariffs, are the bad guys, the segregationists of our time. If we, hold on, let me check my notes. Yes, don't want to have turkey dinner with the people screaming, "Your body, my choice." Okay. So there is this strong dual energy among MAGA people and their apologists, and it actually fits quite neatly with the history of America. It's equal parts bully energy, where they want to relentlessly troll liberals and lash out at minorities, and victim energy, where those same liberals are supposed to take the trolling quietly and also pity the trolls. It's the eternal victimhood of the conservative. We need to constantly coddle, study, and understand them. No one, not the media, the big thinkers, definitely not the comedians, are required to try to understand liberals and progressives. No. We must seek to understand those on the right, what they really meant by their votes, what they want, what they need. We are the constant handmaidens and wet nurses who are required to baby them, understand them, and serve them dinner. And if we want just a mental health break from their conspiracy theories and complaints about trans people in the bathroom and on the soccer field and in the schools reading to kids at the library and apparently hiding under their beds, we are the ones in the wrong. In short, our dinner, their choice. It's the same energy their forefathers had toward the indigenous tribes. Hey, let's have Thanksgiving dinner on the land we stole from you. But before we pack you off to the reservation and snuff out your culture, could you please pass the corn on the cob? There's the dozens of post-Civil War massacres wiping out black communities from Louisiana to North Carolina to Rosewood, Florida, and Tulsa, Oklahoma, where black communities got burned to the ground by racist white mobs. A century later, gentrified when rich folks want to live downtown because it's closer to work. But let's just call it even, because y'all got King Day, a black president, and Juneteenth. Geez, what more do you want? Accurate history? What, are you trying to hurt our feelings? These are the people who say the undocumented, who they get to call illegal immigrants, like the Pilgrims had permission to come here, have to suffer the consequences of their actions, right? They made the choice to overstay their visas or come into our country illegally, so if they get deported, consequences. But you right-wingers shouldn't have to suffer the consequences of your votes? You don't want to be around me because I voted for fascism. No fair. I'm coughing on you with COVID, but you want me to wear a mask for your safety? No fair. My body, my choice. Well, here's an alternative thought. Make your own dinner, MAGA. Make your own sandwiches. Wipe your own tears. Troll amongst yourselves with Elon and leave us alone. You got your heart's desire, the president you dreamed of, and worship instead of Jesus. And this time, you didn't even have to storm the Capitol, smash the windows, or try to kill police officers or issue death threats to poll workers. See? You did it just by voting this time. Congrats. You got your way. And he even got away with breaking the law. Yay. But if you expect the 73 million who voted for the prosecutor, not the felon, and particularly the 92% of black women who voted for Kamala to give you a cookie for your vote, a trophy, a hug, a high five, you might be asking too much. If we want to eat with you, we will. But if we just want some peace over the holidays and we don't want to put up with your trolling while we eat our tofurkey, get over it. Stop acting like we owe you. And for God's sakes, stop whining. It's embarrassing. Our Thanksgiving. Our choice.
So after a 4-minute rant, she tells us to stop whining, even though that's how she opened her show, completely complaining. A side note, before we get into the substance of her ridiculous rant, there is no one, and look, chat, I mean this. I know you probably think you work hard every day, that you go to work and you slave over whatever job you're doing. Some of you may be making more than others. Some of you may be eking out a minimal wage. But there is no entity, nothing on the planet that is working harder than Joy Reid's hairline. That thing is holding on for dear life. I mean, you can almost hear those front follicles just grabbing onto that scalp like it's hanging off the side of a building. No one, not anything in the world, not an Amish man's horse, does not work as hard as Joy Reid's hairline. So I just want to say, so not only is Joy Reid's ratings going backwards, but so is that hairline. Couldn't happen to a nicer person. Don't worry, Joy Reid. I'm sure when Elon buys MSNBC, he will absolutely keep you on as the janitor. I have no doubt about that. None whatsoever. But there's so much more to get to today, because as you can see from the title of the show, we are beginning to get names dropping. Names dropping like flies of people who want to run for president in 2028. Some of them you've heard of before. Some of them you may not. But it is safe to say that Democrats will never, ever learn. Before we get to that, guys, Mike Lindell.
You're still looking good.
I'm still feeling good. You know, I've got all your MyPillow products. Mattress topper, bed sheets, MyPillows, towels, slippers, blankets, sleepwear, dog beds.
Whoa, Charles. Everyone now can get MyPillow products at huge discounts at MyPillow.com. That's right. Now's the time to go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of our 3-in-1 sale. We're bringing you exciting new products, overstock specials, and closeout deals you won't find anywhere else. For example, when you buy one of our brand new MyPillow 2.0s, you get another one absolutely free. And with our overstock sale, you save 50% on our luxurious Giza Dream bed sheets. That's as low as $29.99 for the best sheets ever. And with our biggest closeout special, you get our all-season slippers for only $35. Or our sandals and slides for just $25. Quantities are limited, and once they're gone, they're gone.
Guys, head on over to MyPillow.com, promo code LOUD. That's MyPillow.com, promo code LOUD for up to 80% off everything on the website. That's MyPillow.com, promo code LOUD. Cindy, how are you? Steve Jones, how are you? Mike, how are you? Susan Lipsky's in the chat. How are you? It's been a while. How's things? It's been a while. Uncle Richie, what's going on? Pam, how are you? Let's get the other live chat up on the screen. Hello, hello. Hope you guys like the musings of Joy Reid as we start the show off today. It's just not going to stop being funny. It's just not going to stop being funny. I hope you guys all had a phenomenal Thanksgiving. Also, quick update. For those of you who don't know, we had ourselves a little Trump shuffle contest here at the Loud Majority. Many people sent in their applications. You can still do it if you have videos of your family being silly and doing the Trump shuffle. You can send it to loudmajorityus@proton.me. That is the business account over here at the Loud Majority. Now, the top 3 winning families, we're going to be picking them in a couple of days, probably over the course of the weekend. We'll get a free Trump 2024 flag. Now, based on some of the people who have submitted their families so far, I just want to say some of you are batshit crazy. Some of you are just straight crazy. And I love it. And I love every minute of it. Some of you didn't put too much effort in, if I'm being fair. However, some of you are hilarious, and I'm coming over next Thanksgiving because you guys are just some wild people. You guys are some wild people. Yes, we will be doing that, Conservative Autumn. Boom, we're gonna be putting that together in a little bit. So obviously, you see from the headline of the show. Some people are speculating, due to a weird social media post, that Hillary Clinton is she's considering jumping into the 2028 presidential race. Please, I'm begging you with every fiber of my being. Hillary, I think it's your time, honey. I think it's your time, sweetheart. I think you should absolutely jump into the presidential race. Speculation is from the Daily Mail is really funny, by the way. As I was researching this story, I came across the article on the Daily Mail, and they have an interesting quote on here from somebody. Speculation has run rampant about whether or not Hillary Clinton may run for president in 2028 after a speaking event was announced in the coming weeks. Both Bill and Hillary are scheduled to speak in the coming weeks at the 20th anniversary of the Clinton Presidential Center in Little Rock, Arkansas, which includes the William Clinton Library. The event was planned for the afternoon of December 7th, which includes remarks from the power couple regarding their past political and philanthropic work. Quote, the Clintons will share reflections on the noble and important work to public service, from securing peace, not sure where they did that, prosperity, not sure where they did that, progress, I guess moving backwards is progress, during the Clinton administration, to uplifting millions of people through their work in the Clinton Foundation. The event will also highlight how the Clintons have been empowering the next generation of leaders through the Clinton School. What the hell is the Clinton School? That's a great question. And the deepening understanding of the work the Clinton administration through the work of the Clinton Presidential Library. Online theories first began swirling shortly after the announcement was made about whether it could serve as a launching point for Hillary Clinton's future political ambitions. She's running, said Jason Miller, Trump's top political advisor, wrote on X with a link to a story highlighting the event. And now we're going to get something real. Then we're going to get something really funny. Now we're going to get something really funny. Because I'm going to pop the article up on the screen so you guys can see it. This was interesting. When I read this, responding to the influential advisor's post, many ex-users expressed both dismay and excitement at the prospect that Hillary Clinton, 77, may run in 2028. Please run, conservative commentator Kevin Smith replied. I want to thank the Daily Mail for quoting me without even calling. No big deal. That was interesting when you see your quote in an article that you weren't quoted in. Just saying. Kind of weird. Not like you guys don't have my number. I mean, I could have given you a better damn quote than my musings in the middle of the day. But Hillary Clinton, not the only person rumored to be looking at 2028. Naturally, as we showed you a poll last week, the frontrunner in the race so far is someone who thinks that after all this, they can still be unburdened by what has been. With Kamala Harris telling many of her top advisors that she's jumping back in the race. She's getting back in. Oh, yeah, get back on that horse, Kamala. Or Kamala. Or Kamala. Or Kamala. Not really sure. Still not sure how to pronounce it. That doesn't make me a bad person. That just, I don't care enough to learn it. However, some people are beginning to speak out about top Democratic donors being a little bit pissed off at the vice president. And why wouldn't they be? They spent the last 6 months being lied to. Here's one of them on Fox News.
Well, my reaction is, she thinks she's Obama. She goes to Hawaii because Obama goes to Hawaii. She started talking like Obama, imitating Obama. She is not Barack Obama. She has no talent. She can never run for president again. She ran once and got 0 delegates. She got 8% of California. I begged them not to put her up. She was going to be tethered to Biden no matter what. That was a zero-sum game for her. But she thought that all these votes were for her. They were not. The votes that she got were people voting against Trump. And the votes that Trump got were the people voting for Trump. What the Harris campaign should have done, instead of avoiding Joe Rogan and podcast, it turns out that Barron Trump, who looks like a runway model, was telling his father, you need to go on podcasts. You need to go on Joe Rogan. He was 3 hours late to a rally because he was doing Joe Rogan because that was so important. So Barron Trump is a lot smarter than everybody in the Harris. They said they didn't go on Joe Rogan, the progressives around her. You heard what Carville said. The progressives didn't want to go on Joe Rogan. Look, if I'm running, I'm going on Joe Rogan. I'm living on Fox. That's how you change minds. They played hide the ball. They lost badly. She should go away and never, ever come back. She spent almost $2 billion. They're raising money this week to pay off the debt. If you can't run your campaign, you damn sure can't run the country.
Wow, and it's so great to see some major Democrats out there starting to understand that this is not going to go well if she runs again. As this former Democratic donor has very easily pointed out, you can't spend $2 billion in 107. Do you know how hard you have to try to spend $2 billion in 107 days? Wait, wasn't that a Richard Pryor movie? Where he had to spend like $1 billion in like a year or something and he couldn't do it? Kamala Harris found a way to spend $2 billion and lose. And then this useless, I mean genuinely just terrible candidate has now decided that she's going to have a phone call, but naturally, she had 2 phone calls over the weekend, over the last couple of days. One with the grassroots people and one with all of her mega donors. Now, many people might be asking, why have 2 calls? Why not just have one? Because it turns out the only thing Kamala Harris can do is be a chameleon inside of whatever room it is she currently sits. So I have no doubt she said one thing to the grassroots people and another thing to the mega donors. Here was News Nation reporting on that. Some of the mega donors not too thrilled.
She actually held 2 calls, one for her top donors and one for grassroots. I was speaking and texting with fellow attendees of the call, and we were amazed by how self-congratulatory the tone was. I don't recall, the call was about 20, 30 minutes. I don't recall anyone taking responsibility for the fact that we spent about $2 billion across Super PAC and the campaign and came up so significantly short. We lost 7 swing states.
Self-congratulatory? In what types of things were being said?
They praised Harris as a visionary leader. I believe at one moment during the call, she was talking about her Thanksgiving recipe. And I don't say this with any malice or anything. I'm just merely conveying what happened. I think I was stunned to hear that, given just the extent and brutality of the loss and the fact that DNC staffers, at least two thirds have been fired summarily. And a lot of them are at a loss as to what to do. I'm just frankly stunned that there was no sort of postmortem or an analysis of how we can do better, what sort of lessons were learned. It was really just patting each other on the back, congratulating each other on I'm not sure what, and saying we'll see you for Christmas.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of donors are not happy. A number of them are blaming people in Obama world. That's who they helicoptered in after Biden stepped down. A lot of consultants in Obama world came over and took over the campaign apparatus. The same people who were whispering and leaking to the press that Harris should be replaced at the top of the ticket when Biden was running. So you can imagine just the hypocrisy underlying a lot of it.
Watching all of this happen in real time, it's not getting less funny. It's just not getting less funny. No one can seem to figure out what in the hell is going on. Everyone seems to have their head directly up their ass. And all I could say is, it's great to see. It's absolutely phenomenal to see. So we've got Kamala Harris potentially putting her hat in the ring. We've got Satan herself, Hillary Clinton, potentially putting her hat in the ring. The man who looks like Christian Bale in American Psycho, Gavin Newsom, you know damn well he's putting his hat in the ring. Who else might we have? Well, there's the woman who has put way too much cement in her forehead, Gretchen Whitmer. She may very well put her hat in the ring. There's Governor Josh Shapiro of Pennsylvania, who I think if they had named the vice presidential nominee, they probably would have done a bit better. Of course, it's possible they would have done a lot worse because that would have upset the crazy Palestinians in their base, who still aren't stopping, by the way. We'll get to that in a little bit. But there's one name I haven't mentioned yet. One name that I think could do some real damage if she were to throw her name into the hat, into the kitty for 2028 presidential nominee. And I gotta be honest with you, I hope it happens. I hope it happens. And of course, that would be the incredible, the illustrious, the brilliant Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She will be old enough in 2028 to run for president. She might be the most ambitious person I've ever met in my entire life. AOC could run for president in 2028, which which could be incredibly odd. Because if you all remember correctly, AOC, and we will see about this. If AOC runs for president in 28 and wins, she would serve until 2032, which could be a bit odd if we all go back to the prediction that she made just a few years ago.
Millennials and people and Gen Z and all these folks that come after us are looking up, and we're like, the world is going to end in 12 years if we don't address climate change. And your biggest issue is your biggest issue is how are we going to pay for it? And like, this is the war. This is our World War II.
So, according to that math, if AOC runs for president and wins in 2028, she would then be the president for the end of the world. If my math adds up correctly, the world, according to her, is going to end in 2031. So AOC would basically be putting her name forward to be the reason for the demise of the planet. She ostensibly would run. Now, obviously, I joke around about this. The world is not going to end. AOC made an asinine statement, which she tends to make. I'm going to be nice because I'm actually, you know what, I'm not going to tell you. You know what? I'll tell you. Because there's not a chance it's going to happen. I'm actually currently in the works trying to get AOC on this show. We'll see if it happens. Probably not. I'm waiting for her press team to respond back to me. It seems as though she's been searching for Trump supporters to understand us in her district. I don't live in the district, but I'm about a half hour outside of it. I would welcome it. 1 hour, unedited, commercial-free, airtime, so that AOC can tell me what she would do as president to stop the world from ending. I'm curious. I'm sure you guys are just as curious as well. I'm sure you guys are just as curious as well. But one thing Democrats could do, because obviously they are in a free fall right now. Nobody has any idea which way is up. You got infighting amongst the Democrats. One thing they could do is shut up their most insane base. Will they do that? I don't think so. Before we get to that,
the biggest benefit, honestly, has been with my skin. Skin was more hydrated, more radiant.
This is the best superfood that you could take.
It has all the essential nutrients you need for your skin, your gut, energy, focus, mood, performance.
My hair has gotten so much thicker ever since taking this.
I used to have a probiotic, a green juice that replaced it all with this Armra colostrum. It is amazing.
You gotta take it.
If you want to try it, try armra.com.
Guys, start feeling better today with the superfood formula over at tryarmra.com/LFATV. That's tryarmra.com/LFATV to get 15% off your order, guys. You're not getting the nutrients you need, guys. Support the people who support this show and who support your health by going to tryarmra.com/LFATV. Before we talk about more of the crazies out there who can't stop, won't stop, don't ever want to stop, make sure you guys are hitting that thumbs up button. Share this video out all over the place. Hello. What's happening, everybody? I hope you all had a good Thanksgiving. Let me get a sip as I am moving quite slowly today. Such is life. Redneck, how are you? R. Ray, how are you? Bad Moon, how's things? Sly, how are you? Nancy, I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I hope everybody, I did have some fun, actually. Mike, you know what? Now we gotta now I gotta do this. I didn't want to do this, but now I got it. Guys, what do you think about this? What do you think about Mike Crispy coming into my chat and being rude? What do you think about this? Look at it right there, Mike Crispy. Coming into my chat and being... Where does he get the balls? I think everybody on Monday should go into Mike Crispy's chat and chastise him because, let's be honest, his suit probably won't match. His suit probably won't match. Mike wants to know if we can confirm. I know, but I can confirm that your jokes are just as bad as some people's articles. Just saying. Leave the jokes to me, big guy. Leave the jokes to me. Hit that thumbs up button. Share the video out all over the place. Let's keep rocking and rolling here. He's not nice. He's not nice. He's a dick. And I'm allowed to say that because he's balding. So let's pop that chat off there right now. Boom. So obviously what the Democrats could do is work out their most radical supporters and tell them to pipe down, as we do here on the right. We do it all the time. If you're a jackass on the right, you get moved down the bench and nobody talks about you anymore. But some people on the most radical end of the Democratic Party still will not understand that their tactics and their worldview is just not the way of the world. Look, I want to be clear about something before I show you this clip. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is, without a doubt, the most useless event of the year. It's a 4-hour-long commercial for things you don't want in front of a store you no longer shop at. It's ridiculous. I know you get to see Santa at the end, and Gru was walking around. Not Gru. One of the minions was floating around, and you get some funny characters. Unless you're 9 years old, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is one of the stupidest things in the world, which is why it was so funny when a gaggle of rich white kids decided to protest the event naturally for Gaza.
Are you okay? Free Palestine, motherfucker! Free Palestine, motherfucker! This is America! I know who you are, dumbass. You think I don't know who you are? Get the fuck out of here! We're not celebrating death or faggot. Get the fuck out of here! I just called you. What you the fuck out of here? Say it again. Faggot? I'm fucking gay, dumbass. Get out of here. I'm a literal faggot. Good. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Free Palestine, everybody. You see, they're asking for an arms embargo. So they're already signing shit. Trump's in office. It's going to be done. That's for arms embargo. It's going to be done. They're obviously going to get arrested. Yeah. You'd be a great cop. They love you. They love you. You seem really trigger happy. No, it's a bullshit. There are multiple people. He doesn't need to touch me. I'm taking right out of people on gold. Don't fucking touch me. Thousands of innocent children.
Naturally, the pro-Palestinian mob decided to protest directly in front of Ronald McDonald because, you know, he's Jewish. These people will never learn. These people will absolutely never learn. A few more people that just will not learn, will not get it, will not understand are the idiots over at CNN. Because despite the fact that ratings have completely collapsed over the course of the last couple of months in the wake of the Trump victory, nothing really has changed over at CNN. You see, you would think sometimes, like sports, you know, if your team is bad, you get new players on your team. But not in the news media. Not in the news media. If you suck in the news media and you're constantly wrong over and over and over and over again, you continue to get to be brought on television. Naturally, here's Bakari Sellers.
What's your reaction?
I mean, I think that Elon Musk, and one of the biggest fears that people have, which is being realized, is that he really wants to turn America into pre-1990 South Africa. And you look at Elon Musk and some of the things that his own parents have said about him, and kind of coming into his own right now, you see with the xenophobia or the language that he uses to harken back to those days. It makes people have these palpitations and fear. There's nothing about Elon Musk in what he says, regardless of how much money he has, which represents what Abraham Lincoln calls the better angels of our nature. And so his thumbprint's going to be on this government for the next 4 years. I read a Semaphore article today about the reason that Chinese state media is fearing people leaving X because of their investment and going to other social media networks because of the influence they have over Elon Musk. History books are going to write about the fact that Elon Musk took this country backwards. That my father nearly died in this country in 1968, being shot by law enforcement, fighting for rights of people who look like me to be sitting in front of you today. And Elon Musk is working damn hard to take us backwards. The elections have consequences. So God bless you and your stake down at Mar-a-Lago. You get 4 years of influence, and then we have to get this country back on track.
So pre-1990 South Africa, Bakari Sellers believes we are going to be led back to an apartheid nation, which we've never been. I would be shocked if Bakari Sellers knew what apartheid even meant, because he's a dumbass. But they just don't get it. Keep up this crap. And, of course, he's very, very upset that Elon Musk is getting so chummy with the President of the United States. He's not the only one befuddled by this notion. And it does shock me that people are... we're going to show you the dumbest person on CNN in a second about how he's kind of confused. And he's like, well, why would Elon Musk be at Mar-a-Lago? Why would he do that? He's very confused. Also, before we get to that, Bakari Sellers calling Elon Musk xenophobic. Now, first off, xenophobia is a nonsense, meaningless term. But if you were to look up the actual definition, it would be some sort of fear or hate of immigrants, which I find to be very confusing, considering that Elon Musk is an immigrant. He is also, and this might ruffle some feathers, actually an African American. Like an American who came from Africa. Hate to break it to you, geographically, definitionally, Elon Musk is an African American. That's one of those things like you're not supposed to say out loud, even though it's true, because it's going to upset stupid people. But like, yeah, he's from Africa, then he moved to America, making him African American. I mean, what the hell? What the hell? Just add that to the laundry list of things you're not allowed to say, or the things you used to not be allowed to say, that apparently we are all now starting to say in public again. Like, men are better at sports than women. Something that was plainly obvious since the beginning of time, that now we have to have a debate over. 2 + 2 does, in fact, equal 4. And if you think it equals 5... you should probably reread the book. Just stuff that you're not allowed to say in public, like that Whoopi Goldberg is a dumbass. Little things that you're not allowed to say in public that we all know to be true. It's confusing. However, the Donald Trump victory over the course of the last several weeks has shown that you actually can start being yourself again and speaking reality in public, without fear of people like Joy Reid, who have a receding hairline, getting upset with you. I plan on saying it all out loud, up front, and as loud as I possibly can. Why? Just to bother you. Just to bother you. Before we keep rocking and rolling here today, guys, hit that hit that thumbs up button. Share the video out all over the place. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the like button. That really helps the show grow. Make sure you guys are subscribed over there at rumble.com/LFATV, youtube.com/LoudMajority, Facebook. Guys, tag a friend, hit the @ button, hit the followers so that your friends can see it as well. And if you're watching on X, make sure you retweet the video. Let's help grow this page, baby. Let's grow this page, baby. Let's get this live chat up on the screen. Hello. Bad Moon says, I am indigenous. Get out of my yard. That works. That works. I am indigenous Irish Jew. So come for me. I'm ready. Wait, you're Irish and Jewish? I don't think I've ever seen that before. I don't think I've ever seen that before, R-Ray. That's interesting. Lenny Bell, how are you? Christine Bennett in the chat. What's going on? N-Lil313 watching on YouTube. What's up, Masshole? How we doing? Masshole, are you ready for your governor and your mayor to be thrown in prison by Tom Homan? It's going to be a good one. It's going to be good. Guys, before we keep going, head on over to LFATV.us. That's LFATV.us. That's your home base, your mothership, your landing pad for all things LFATV related. Check out the LFATV store. And while you guys are there, consider becoming a monthly donor over at LFATV.us. That's LFATV.us. That's the best way to help out this channel and everything we've got going on. Also, I want to give a big shout out to Riley Poultry Farms in Kings Park. Kathy Riley has been a longtime supporter of the Loud Majority. She donated dozens of fresh turkeys and vegetables to a local charity out here on Long Island. If you guys are on Long Island, if you're living in the New York area, stop by Riley Poultry Farm in Kings Park. She gave me a whole pound of fresh bacon and like 24 eggs. Can't wait to cook those bad boys up. That's Riley Poultry Farm in Kings Park. Make sure you guys stop by there. Giddy up. I want to thank Kathy Riley, longtime supporter of the Loud Majority. Long time. So, Kathy, thank you so much for all your donations and for the bacon. That definitely won't go to waste. That definitely will not go to waste. As I said, we got to talk about Jim Acosta because, he's still the stupidest person on television. Here he was very confused, very befuddled by Elon Musk and Donald Trump being friends.
Both of you about some video. If you haven't seen this video yet of Elon Musk getting chummy with Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago for Thanksgiving, they were apparently dancing in their chairs to YMCA. There's Barron Trump next to the president-elect, but there's Elon Musk right next to him in his sweater, I think, and a blazer. Tara, this does raise a lot of questions about what Elon Musk's role will be in this incoming administration. Just this week, he has been targeting federal employees on X. He has been going after people like Colonel Alexander Vindman, accusing him of treason the other day on X. And he's been given this very big platform with the government, according to Donald Trump. He's going to be finding areas to cut in the federal government. What do you make of this relationship right now?
It's all really creepy, but money talks, and it's clear that Elon Musk has a motive here. He sees by cozying up to Donald Trump, he's going to have influence in ways that he's never had before. Not just being he's had a lot of influence being the richest man in the world. But this is a whole different thing. He's literally taking on the role of, favorite son, first lady, and shadow president. This is scary stuff for people. And Elon Musk has no business having a security clearance, all of these government contracts, and now this level of influence with the president of the United States. It's all dysfunctional. These guys are going through this group trauma therapy session with each other. And the fact that Elon Musk is the guest that won't leave and that Donald Trump continues to give him this role, it speaks volumes. Why wasn't Elon Musk with his own family? Where is that? This is his new family now. This is his new project, because he's so emotionally stunted that this is making him feel relevant. And the fact that as a country and in the world, geopolitics are going to be influenced by this guy going through whatever psychosis of, processing he's going through should scare the hell out of everybody, because this is not just in the US, but they're influencing and trying to target people also in other countries. This is not just here in the US with this intimidation factor. So the tentacles of this are really, really long. We should keep paying attention to it. I'm glad that we are now.
Why is this woman on TV? Elon Musk needs to go to Mar-a-Lago to feel relevant. Lady, he's going to Mars. He's got the second most money in the world. And there is nothing. Look, this is the part of being a liberal commentator that I think is my favorite. Having no self-awareness whatsoever. None. To think that you, lady in a box on CNN, what have you accomplished in life? You're a pundit on CNN. On Thanksgiving, by the way. You couldn't even get on the main show. And you're going to criticize a guy who runs an electric car company, is going to Mars, started maybe the world's biggest company in PayPal? How about a little humility from the lady whose weave is definitely falling off? Keep it up, guys. Keep it up. You're going to keep losing. And people are going to keep cutting the cord from you. It's wild. It's absolutely wild to see. Guys, before we keep moving and grooving here, hit the thumbs up button, share the video out. If you're on X, make sure you share the video out. Leave me a comment below the X video. Always a good time. Always a good time. We're going to get to a woman in New York, a woman I very much dislike. Her name is Liz Krueger. Now, I'm going to show you Liz Krueger. She's a state senator here in New York. Some of you may remember her as the principal from Matilda. But she had a very interesting idea, which I think is hilarious. She thinks that in protest of Donald Trump becoming president, that all the states in the Northeast should become part of Canada. Oh, yeah. Here is Miss Trunchbull.
Succeed and join our neighbor to the north. That is exactly what Manhattan Liberal Democrat State Senator Liz Krueger is proposing, that the Empire State and fellow blue northeastern states leave the U.S. and join Canada to protest Trump's plan. She said this back in September before the election, quote, "Instead of us all trying to illegally cross the border at night without them noticing, which is pretty hard because there's lots of us, that they should instead agree to let us be the Southeast province, a new province of Canada. New York, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Vermont would combine and be a great new province as the Southeast province of Canada. Basically, everybody in these states are progressive Democrats who would fit in pretty well with the political philosophy of at least most of the Canadian elected officials." Well, in a new interview with Politico, State Senator Krueger, who chairs the powerful State Senate Finance Committee, also says that her state and the others should stop sending tax money to the federal government as part of their protest.
Personally, I think Liz Krueger wants to stop sending tax money to the federal government so we can send more of it to her so she can buy food. But the end of that is what I find to be so interesting. For all my Northeasterners here, a Democratic New York State Senator just said that we should all stop paying federal income tax. Kind of based. I got to be honest with you. All right. Let's go. Let's go, Miss Trunchbull. Let's stop paying federal income taxes. What a great idea that would be. Let's stand in protest and not send any more taxes to the federal government. This way we can keep Vladimir Zelensky, who used to be an actor and is now worth $1.5 billion. We can keep him fat and cocained up and his wife dripping in Louis Vuitton in the middle of a war. I think that's a great idea. You know what else is a great idea? If you guys went on over to loudmajorityusa.com, you like the way I did that there, loudmajorityusa.com, sign up for the newsletter, check out our shop, guys. Black Friday deals, we got rocking and rolling here. Let's pop this up onto the screen. All of your phenomenal Christmas stuff. Just waiting over. We even go, wait, what is this? Did somebody add a new t-shirt to this website and didn't tell me? Let's check it out. What? Yes. Can you all see this? The new t-shirt over at the Loud Majority. LoudMajorityUSA.com. Of course, that harkens back to Christmas Vacation with Randy Quaid. That's awesome. Whoever did that is probably great. Whoever did that's probably great. And I'm sure it comes in every size and color. Yep. Of course, like everything else on the website, every size and color. LoudMajorityUSA.com. Sign up for the newsletter. Check out the shop. Use promo code Black Friday to get 20% off everything on the website, all the Christmas stuff we got here. We got Christmas candles, wrapping paper, giddy up, let's go. These We the People Are Back t-shirts, these have been flying, these have been selling like hotcakes, if I'm being totally honest with you. People are loving these bad boys. We the People Are Back. Pick those up today, guys. LoudMajorityUSA.com. That's LoudMajorityUSA.com. Use promo code Black Friday to get 20% off everything on the website. That's promo code Black Friday. I like that. That's pretty good. Not bad. Not bad at all. So, more news we're getting. We could get a new name jumping into the race for governor of California, which I think would be incredibly interesting. Somebody we heard from at the beginning of the campaign, but somebody we haven't heard from in a while. Here is a former vice presidential candidate, Nicole Shanahan.
In California, just to get this message across, I mean, I hammer it. I know we're closing out here, but, you know, I networked with brothers and sisters in the fire service that I never would have known and forged what appears to be lifelong relationships, friendships, like family. And we went through the thick of it together. And, you know, down to the south, Los Angeles firefighters were terminated.
Yeah.
Their rights were violated, Skelly rights, you know, labor rights, same with San Francisco. And they're all fighting for their jobs back. And it's like, nothing's moving. The lawsuits are just, you know, they're throwing everything on the wall to drag them out, to drain them of money, fiscally irresponsible for the taxpayers.
Well,
It has to stop.
an executive order from the governor could turn this around. So how about in 2026?
Yeah.
We get a message across.
We got a lot of work to do.
Definitely within the realm of possibility.
Looking forward to it.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, let's go. Nicole Shanahan could be jumping in the governor's race in 2026. That would be exciting. She certainly did a hell of a job with Bobby Kennedy. Good stuff. Absolutely good stuff. I like it. I like it a lot. Guys, once again, we're going to wrap up in a minute, but we're going to leave you with something funny right before the end of the show. Before we do that, guys, if you guys have any family videos of you guys doing the Trump shuffle, make sure you guys send those over. LoudMajorityUS at Proton.me. We're going to be giving away a free Trump 2024 flag to the 3 best families who put together videos of them doing a little shuffle. Because you know that damn well took over the internet. You know it took over the internet. Guys, before we wrap up today, we're going to talk real quick about my favorite movie in the world. And that is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. You know, just when I thought that movie couldn't get any better, the internet took over.
If this turkey tastes half as good as it looks, I think we're all in for a very big treat.
Save the neck for me, Clark.
Okay, Adam.
In 24 hours, that video on Twitter had 41 million views. God, you know, the memes, they're just not going to stop being funny. That's it, really. That's it, and that's all. Guys, have a great weekend. I will catch you guys back live on Monday. If you're going out shopping on Black Friday, try not to kill anyone so you can get 40% off a toaster or whatever the hell it is out there. You guys remember that back like 10, 15, 20 years ago when people would run over people on the side of the road in order to get a Cabbage Patch doll? I'm so happy we're not doing that crap anymore. Thank God we ain't doing that anymore. Head on over to loudmajorityusa.com and pick up your Christmas vacation t-shirt. I love it. I love it. Guys, we'll be back tomorrow. Will Johnson's coming up next. Until then, guys, stay loud.